Hey there, book lovers! Welcome back to Bookshortz, your go-to spot for all things book summaries and reviews. If you're passionate about thrilling mysteries, psychological twists, and characters that stay with you long after you've turned the last page, you've come to the right place. Today, we're diving into Alex North's latest heart-pounding release, The Man Made of Smoke. Get ready for a story that weaves together chilling suspense, deep emotional turmoil, and a mystery that's almost impossible to escape from. You won't want to miss this one. But before we get started, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the notification bell so you never miss a new book summary or review. If you love reading as much as we do, this is the place to be. Now, grab your favorite drink, sit back, and let's jump right into it. Imagine a killer from your past, a shadow that never truly leaves, the kind of darkness that follows you, wherever you go, like smoke curling around your every move, always present, never forgotten. This is the chilling premise behind The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North, a masterfully crafted psychological thriller that pulls readers into a world where past trauma collides with present danger and no one can be trusted, not even your own memories. If you enjoy slow-burn suspense, edge-of-your-seat tension, and a narrative that lingers long after the last page is turned, then this book is a must-read. Dan Garvie is a man shaped by tragedy. A criminal psychologist, he has spent his life studying the twisted minds of killers, but he has his own dark history to contend with. Years ago, when he was a child, he encountered a notorious serial killer who terrorized his small town. Known only as the Pied Piper, this killer haunted Dan's childhood, leaving an indelible mark on his psyche. Despite surviving this encounter, Dan could never escape the weight of that experience, and it continues to influence every decision he makes. But when his father, Dan Garvie, a retired police chief, passes away under suspicious circumstances, Dan is drawn back to his hometown. He hasn't been back in years, and the place holds nothing but painful memories. The once familiar streets now feel foreign, and the people who knew him in his youth have all but forgotten him. Yet, as Dan sifts through his father's belongings, he begins to uncover strange connections between his father's death and the events of his own childhood. It quickly becomes clear that his father's death may not have been as natural as it seemed. Something is amiss, and as Dan delves deeper into the mystery, he realizes that his past has a sinister way of catching up to him. What follows is a twist-laden investigation that leads Dan down dark, treacherous paths. He uncovers long-buried secrets about his father's involvement in the hunt for the Pied Piper, and the more he digs, the more he begins to wonder, was his father's death a random act of nature, or was it orchestrated by someone, or something, far more sinister? With every new discovery, Dan is pulled deeper into a web of lies, deceit, and murder, all while grappling with the guilt and fear that have haunted him for decades. The novel is not just a typical thriller. At its core, The Man Made of Smoke is a story about the scars we carry with us and the emotional weight of unresolved trauma. Dan is a man defined by his past. His psychological wounds are just as damaging as the physical ones left by the killer all those years ago. As he confronts his darkest fears, readers are taken on a roller coaster ride of suspense and psychological tension, where every twist and turn threatens to break the fragile threads that hold his sanity together. The tension in the story builds, slowly, almost methodically. North is a master at creating atmosphere, making readers feel the weight of every moment. The foggy, isolated landscape of Dan's hometown mirrors the murkiness of his thoughts. North's prose is haunting, weaving in elements of horror that keep you on edge without ever feeling overtly sinister. The dread is palpable, not from what you can see, but from what you can't. It's the uncertainty of whether Dan's memories are reliable, whether his investigation is leading him toward the truth or deeper into a maze of lies that will destroy him. The pacing of the book is perfectly executed. North knows exactly when to ramp up the tension and when to slow things down to give readers a chance to breathe. This ebb and flow of suspense keeps you hooked from the first page to the last. Dan's journey is as much about uncovering the truth about his father's death as it is about confronting his own demons. He's forced to reckon with his past mistakes, the parts of himself he's tried to bury, and the fear that maybe the killer never really left at all. North does an exceptional job of keeping the reader guessing. Just when you think you've figured things out, a new revelation emerges, turning the entire narrative on its head. The killer, known only as the Pied Piper, is a shadow that looms over the entire story, a constant reminder of the past that Dan can't escape. As Dan uncovers more about his father's involvement with the case, the lines between past and present blur, and it becomes clear that the answers he's searching for may be far more dangerous than he ever imagined. What makes The Man Made of Smoke truly stand out is its exploration of grief and guilt. Dan is a man broken by his past. He carries the weight of his father's legacy, the trauma of his childhood, and the crushing guilt of surviving when others didn't. His journey is not just about solving a crime. It's about finding a way to live with the weight of his memories and the fear that the past will always have a hold on him. This emotional depth adds a layer of complexity to the thriller, making it more than just a mystery. It becomes a poignant exploration of the human condition. The characters in the book are richly developed, each with their own secrets and motivations. Dan is the most complex of all, his internal struggle making him both relatable and tragic. As the story progresses, you see him evolve, his character becoming more layered and nuanced. The secondary characters are equally intriguing, each adding their own piece to the puzzle that Dan is trying to solve. There's a sense of distrust that pervades every interaction, keeping readers on edge as they try to figure out who can be trusted and who might be hiding something. North's ability to create such a tight, tense atmosphere is what truly makes The Man Made of Smoke a standout novel. The fear in the story isn't just about the threat of violence, it's about the unknown. The things that can't be explained, the memories that refuse to fade, and the ghosts of the past that refuse to stay buried. This book is a haunting exploration of memory, guilt, and the fear that the past will always find a way to catch up with you. As Dan's investigation draws to a close, the book hurtles toward a conclusion that will leave you breathless. The twists and turns continue to surprise, and just when you think you've figured out the truth, North delivers one final shock that will stay with you long after you've finished the book. The ending is both satisfying and unsettling, providing closure while leaving enough unanswered questions to linger in your mind. It's the perfect culmination to a story that has kept you on the edge of your seat from the very beginning. If you're looking for a psychological thriller that will keep you up at night, The Man Made of Smoke by Alex North is a must-read. With its perfect balance of suspense, emotional depth, and chilling atmosphere, this book is guaranteed to captivate you from start to finish. Whether you're a fan of North's previous work or new to his writing, this novel is a testament to his ability to craft a story that will leave you haunted long after the final page is turned. So, if you're ready for a journey into the darkness, grab a copy of The Man Made of Smoke and prepare to be swept away by a tale that is as chilling as it is unforgettable. If you want to listen full audiobook for free, link in description.